Hey guys, this is the extended reading for the What Do They Want to Tell You. First of all, I got dark all of a sudden, okay? so, and I was like struggling to record that second part of the part 2 of the What Do They Want to Tell You. I literally recorded it 3 or 4 times because the sound was off. So that might be significant. Either someone is trying to send messages and they're either blocked, or like someone put somebody on mute, okay? This person, yeah, what I was talking about in part 2 was that you need to use your discernment when it comes to this person, because this is like a revolving door for you guys. Spirit is trying to make you be aware that you've been on the hamster wheel for a while with this person with no changes. This person is still sitting in undecided energy. I don't know if something significant happened before you that's made this person kind of like skittish or wary of relationships, and I can see that here with the Lovers. This person may either have been in a long-term relationship before you, or they may have suffered some type of extreme loss where it has made them bitter instead of better, okay? And this person maybe you were probably the rebound, and this person tried to move on from that past thing by using you as the replacement, right? But they're coming across the same issues because they're not doing the inner work that they need to do in order to get off this hamster wheel, okay? Now, we're going to delve into the Magician and the Ten of Cups. Clarifying the Ten of Cups. Yeah. It's like they love bomb you and then it just ends badly. They make all these promises. They say they're going to give you the world. It's going to be all fine and dandy. And then there's a betrayal. Then there's an ending. Then there's knives stuck on you. You're stuck with knives on your back. Okay. And Spirit is saying to use your strength, use your inner courage, your inner confidence, take your power, call your power back from this situation. I feel like you've gave yourself too much within this situation where this person knows they got you like that. You're just gonna come back, okay? Or you may feel this way about this person, and there's something here about this push and pull within you guys where you guys are energetically pulling at each other. And this is why I mentioned in part 1 and part 2, well, I think it was part 2, about the avoidant anxious attachment. And one thing about anxious people is like, they like conformity. They want the same things. It's almost like a cycle, right? And you don't want anything out of place. So it's like, if you're already coming into the dynamic with anxiety, with anxiousness, right? You need a secure partner. You need someone who's going to reassure you. And because communication issues are so big in this dynamic, it's like you guys, there's something here about someone doesn't reassure someone with their words. Someone doesn't reassure someone with their actions. This is where that anxious avoidant attachment comes in, because I feel like you guys both are runners and you guys both are chasers to each other. And it's just like one person runs and then the other person runs the other way, and then one person comes back and then they manage to pull you back in, or you manage to pull them back in, and then the cycle repeats. And it's because there's deep 404 on my time. There's deep rooted issues of conformity between the both of you that stems from something in your childhood, that stems from something that has been played out in relationships, that you or the other need to kind of be like, it stops with me, it stops on my timeline, okay? Because you're just going to meet this person in other people. This is why it's very important to, once you get those red flags, to cut it and nip it in the bud, okay? Because then you build up resentments. You build up all these like unspoken things that need to be said, and then you come out as the bad guy. And that is also a form of reactive emotional abuse, okay? Where one person feels like they can say and do these things with no repercussions until the person reaches their limit and then blows up on this other person, and then the other person ends up looking bad. And one quote that I was thinking about this morning regarding this, which is so funny, is that quote that goes, a wise man once said, don't argue with fools, because people from a distance can't tell who is who. And I feel like this is very significant with the both of you guys, because it's like whenever you guys clash, you guys both end up looking like fools, because it's just like, oh, you knew what you were getting back into with this person. You're back on this hamster wheel. You know this person's MO. You know this person's cycle. And I feel like people on both of your sides are like, like, what's going on? And it's just like, you knew the red flags. You still chose to go into the fire per se. And then I get this picture of someone like wearing like protective gear and being like, oh, I can handle this. And then coming back with more nicer protective gear. Oh, I can handle this now. But at the end of the day, that protective gear is only going to protect you but so much. Okay? Where it's like, just because you can handle the fire doesn't mean that you go walking on what are those, on coals? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're still gonna get hurt. Okay, just because you can handle the fire doesn't mean that you befriend dragons, because they're just gonna eat you. They're just gonna like spit flames at you. At the end of the day, a snake is still a snake, and no matter if you befriend the snake, no matter if you care or nurture for the snake, at the end of the day, they're still gonna be a snake. And they're gonna do what snakes do. This person knows that you have deep affinity for them. They know that you deeply love them, and they take advantage of that fully. Oh, I'll be back. I'll give them some time to cool down. Let them cool down. Let them get over it. Then I can be back when they're over it. That's the hamster wheel that you're on, because it's like you're being treated as a welcome mat. You're being treated as a revolving door. And at what point do you tell yourself enough is enough? This situation might have played out somewhere in your childhood with your parents. You might come from a broken home. You might come from divorced parents. You might come from maybe a one-parent household where someone was a widow. Or someone was always like away, like a parent that travels for work, or someone that was in the army, like an army brat, where you've seen this dynamic played out over and over again, and now you're playing it out now. Another thing I want to say is that I feel that you jump someone here within this dynamic, okay? Not the narcissist, because someone here within the dynamic is clearly a narcissist. But there's someone here within this dynamic that jumps into these relationships to test out whether you have learned lessons from the past. And Spirit is telling you that you need to stop, because you trust yourself. You know how intuitive you are. You know how powerful you are. Okay? You know how cutthroat you are. You can be cutthroat too. And you can do the one chop, two chop. And you can say what you need to say. And if people are not being aware of your feelings, you need to speak up. You need to advocate for yourself. Okay? You need to stop letting... I feel like this is a dynamic where someone is a bully, and they push and they push and they push and they push. So the other person goes one chop, two chop. You won't see me tonight. You won't see me tomorrow. Type of thing, where you'll go months without seeing this person, 6 months, maybe even a year if you feel like it, and then a year later, here comes this person. Oh, we should get together. Oh, we should talk, because they know you'll be over it. And that's where you need to step in and be like, no, I'm not over it. I'm not interested. I'm done with this cycle. I love you, but I choose me. Okay? I love you, but you play too many games. I love you, but you're a manipulator. I love you, but you're a liar and a narcissist. And you gaslight. And you project. And enough is enough. The divine is telling you to put this bully in their place. The divine is telling you that you can be a sweet, kind person, but you can also have boundaries. You can also be assertive. You can also tell people that need to be told off. Jesus flipped tables. Jesus flipped tables. He was a holy man, but he flipped tables when he got angry. Like I stated in part 1 and part 2, there's someone here that takes advantage of you kind of like wanting to keep the peace, okay? I feel like someone here within dynamic tries to keep the peace by not saying things and just letting things slide. And like, you know, you have a deep awareness and understanding and empathic nature. This narcissist knows that. And you eat those, right? You eat those bullets, right? Just for the sake of having their company, just for the sake of having this peace with them. But the peace is very short-lived because it goes from love bombing to them like literally shooting you down. 11-11 on my time. Bang, bang, my baby shot me down. Yeah. And then you got the face like, oh my God, I can't believe they just did that. But yeah, you knew they were a snake. You know that this is their MO. So why do you keep playing this game with them? Just because you can play the game, just because you can handle it, doesn't mean you have to. Choose yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're all you got. Choose yourself. It's better to be alone than in unrequited and unwanted company. An unreliable company. Guys, I hope someone was able to obtain some type of clarity. Thank you so much for your purchase. I'm available for personal readings, parties, and events. All my information is within the description box. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Take care.